type of haul video. I mean, because I realize I usually just make them on lip balm and stuff like that, but I buy lots of stuff all the time other than just that. So I figured, especially for how often I buy my craft supplies, maybe it'd be fun to do some on those. If you guys aren't into it, skip over them. That's cool, but some of you guys might find it fun to watch. I don't know, but this one's a fairly smallish one compared to what I usually end up buying, especially like when I buy from Joann's. It's usually a much more extensive thing that involves multiple boxes. So actually this one involves multiple boxes just because of size restraints, but yeah, when I order from Joann's, it's usually for my yarn, and it's like 3-4 boxes at a time. But anyway, so the first 3 things I actually bought for my niece, because some of you may remember that last summer I did a tutorial on sequin art, and I did the London city skyline, right? And she fell in love with that when she saw it. So, she, however, is in love with the city of Paris. And she was like, I wish they made one of Paris. And I was thinking while she said it, you know what, they do. It's not like a 3-parter, but I kind of constructed my own 3-part one, with one being the centerpiece and the other 2 are kind of mildly related on similar theme. So, the first one is of the Eiffel Tower. It's really pretty. I kind of wanted an excuse to make it, but I knew I'd probably never hang it in my own room because she's the one who's into Paris, not me. I'm into London. But it's really, really pretty, though. It's from the same brand that I did the other one from, so it's cool. And then the other 2 that I got to go with it, they kind of go with, like, the Parisian bakery theme. Oh, what's under my foot? Nothing. There's my other foot. I've got this right here, which is just like a little tray of different patisserie sweets, which I thought was really cute. And again, I also wanted an excuse to make this, even though it's not something I'd hang in my room. It's kind of young, but she's 7, so it's cool for her. So that one's really cute. And then the other one is a bit more generic, but it's still with the cafe theme. And it's just really cute. So that's those 3. And then I got some tools to go with them, because I was hurting my fingers left and right doing those last year. I got some tools to help me this year. I got a little, it's a suede sort of finger thimble. I suppose you put your finger, yeah. Just put it over your finger, and instead of having to press down each of the pins individually with just your finger pads and end up with blisters all over. I had them so bad on every single finger last summer because of it. I couldn't even fill my other Etsy orders for weeks on end. It was terrible. So with this, it still has flexibility, and at the same time, just go boop, and it has enough of a padding there to where it doesn't destroy your finger to do it. So I'm like, oh my god, that is perfect. So I got that. It was only like $1, so I was like, that to me is well worth it. I'm gonna just put it back in there for now. And in case for some reason that should not pan out to be helpful, I also got this little tool as well, which is basically just like a little plastic stick with a flat part on the end. And the idea is just on the ends of the pins go and push them down with that instead of the end of your finger, and therefore 100% save your fingers. So I'm like, between the 2, I will be able to manage doing all 3 of these without destroying my fingers. It's a beautiful thing. And then mostly just because I want an excuse to buy them, I got these really cool tweezers that, they kind of remind me of dental calipers because they kind of work backwards from most tweezers. Because this is them just as is at rest. They're closed like that. When you pinch them, they open. They're really freaking cool. I like that. So, I mean, I figure that will help big time not only with the sequin placement, but also with my Perler Bead stuff. Which, good God, I have so many things in an open order for that. I've gotten 30 out of 80 made for an order that I have open right now that has to be done by, like, the end of the week. Basically, FML. So, yeah. Anywho, so that is that. And speaking of Perler Beads, let me move the sequins out of the way. And this isn't even all of them, because I already used up some of the bags just since getting them the other day. Okay, which side? Okay. An entire box of Perler Beads in different colors that I specially ordered that I needed to fill this order. The sad part is it still may end up not being enough to fill the order. It's insane how quickly you go through those when you have to make something in bulk. In case anybody's curious, somebody ordered 80 Perler Bead coasters / drink toppers. So, like, they look like little coasters, but they have a hole in the middle for a straw to go in. And they ordered 80 of them. So I'm like, oh, that's a lot. And when she asked me if I could do it, she kind of just sent the payment before I'd even agreed. So I was like, alright, well, I guess this is a thing that's happening. So, there's that. And then finally, for this order, something I've been very, very excited to own for a long time. You know that trend of adult coloring books? I have a bunch of them now. I got the Hipster coloring book. Being a child of the 80s, I felt it necessary. It's got all sorts of cute shit in there, and I like the quotes that they have on the backs of each of the pages. But yeah, it's got stuff like that in there. Like that. I won't show you every page, but I'll show you some of the highlights. I'm way too easily amused, I swear. It's a unicorn. I have to make that for my younger niece. Just let her have the page. Yeah, it's all stuff like that in there. And me being me, I had to get the peace and love one. I'm pretty sure nobody is shocked by this. Of course I would get the hippie one. There's actually a ton of hippie ones, and I'm like, well, I couldn't afford to get all of them at once, so I will slowly buy all of them. But I do love in this one that almost all the quotes throughout it are Beatle quotes. So I'm like, this makes my life. So, there's that. And they're just so cute. Okay, so there's that one. This one's really fancy. It was a cityscapes one. I had actually kind of assumed it was all going to be London themed because of the cover, but no, each page is a different city throughout the world, which is kind of cool. Like Buenos Aires. It's kind of cool. I actually have a cross-stitch pattern of almost that same exact picture. Let's find some good ones. We've got the Royal Mile. And I believe Scotland. We've got Las Vegas. It's pretty cool. I really like this. And for how tiny the details are, it's definitely going to take some doing to complete this one, but it'll be fun, and it will definitely be worth it. And it makes my life that they have sort of an old school New York one. I'm just like, I love it so hard. So anyway, that's that one. I also have a little itty bitty love one, which is also still hippie-ish, and I like it very much. And again, more with the Beatle quotes in it, which makes me so happy. Yeah, it's basically like a little miniature version of the Peace and Love one. Yeah. So there's that. I got the Groovy Mandalas one, because again, the hippie stuff. I love that so damn much. It just, oh my god, it's like my favorite. Just all of these, they're so, so awesome. They have a mandala out of lava lamps. It's so perfect. Oh, goodness. This looks like the sort of shit that I doodle in my free time. Okay, so there's that one, and I have one more that I got at the same time as these. I also got the Mendy Designs traditional henna body art, which I basically got just because it's mostly paisleys, but it's got some other stuff in there too. But most of it is just really highly involved stuff, and I'm just like, ooh, it's so pretty. Just look at that. It's so cool. I'm in love with it. I haven't even gotten a chance to sit down and start coloring yet, but I'm very excited to. They're just so cool. I'll actually probably do this one first, not gonna lie. So this one is the one I wanted the most out of all of them, surprisingly. So yeah, it's so highly involved. I love all the details. And actually, this one looks more like the kind of stuff my mom would doodle. Because I've seen her old high school notebooks, and she would do the really, really intricate stuff like this. So I've always been jealous of anyone who can draw that way, because I'm not that good at it, but I have the utmost respect for those who can, so they're so cool. Oh, goodness. Yeah, so, anyway, I believe that's all I had in this order, unless I'm forgetting something if I moved it, but I think that's it for this one. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Like I said, I know it's a little bit different from what I usually do on here, but hopefully that's okay, and you guys don't mind too much. Let me know if you did enjoy watching it so I can make more of these in the future if you liked watching it, because I seriously buy craft stuff like every week. So, yeah, anyway, just throwing it out there that maybe you guys enjoyed it, maybe not. Let me know, and till next time, bye!